water beads on a hanging brazier and falls. It's my turn to fight you. Castle Lord. Caiman grins across the gap at him. First electricity, then fire, and now water too? This reminds me of Pocketmon. Anyway, he seems a bit better than the other guys. The axe comes up, and Caiman is already crossing the water. Axe meets sword, and the light goes white between them. Caiman's eye tracks him. Blade and axe head trade 3 blows in the time it takes to blink. There's something different about this guy. Unlike the other guys, I don't feel the desperate urge to fight from him. He's giving off an air of calm. The axe head turns over, and the water climbs the blade with it. It lands, the floor comes apart, and the stone goes up with the spray. His eyes widen. Something in the swing has just told him what he is fighting. Caiman's head snaps up. Jaehwan is already above him, sword turning in the falling rock. He comes down through the light, and the hall goes gold with the impact. Steel turns steel aside. A boot touches down, light in the wreckage. Caiman hauls the axe up out of the floor, and the whole hall lights orange behind it. Jaehwan slides out from under it, sword trailing, boots carving the rubble. Phew, sweat on his brow, and behind him the ruined hall is still settling. It's a good thing I dodged, or I might have ended up like Hwang Kang. It's my loss. I haven't seen all your skills yet. Haha, sometimes you can just tell how a fight is going to end. Now, since I lost, I want to hear more about this Abyss expedition. Yong Yun said what? That he barely lost? Don't blame him, it's your own fault for losing. Damn it. By the way, what are you two going to do now? You'll have to join the Abyss expedition, since you lost. Jaehwan cleans his blade while Hwang Kang groans. I came here with the intention of joining the Abyss expedition. Lord Caiman, do you mean that? Of course, that's Caiman for you. He's always been this way. He was close friends with Amel, Gorgon's former castle lord, but he wasn't strong enough to join the Abyss expedition at the time. And back then, he saw how they had lost everything, along with all their hope. Caiman's eye holds steady on the memory. He personally witnessed the end of the Abyss expedition. That was already 900 years ago, and yet it's like he's been training for this day the whole time. I was thinking of going to the Abyss soon anyway. Caiman, you... Fine, then what about you, Fire King? I guess I don't really have a choice since I lost the fight. And you, Thunder God? I made up my mind just now. Huh? Yong Yun is gone off the spot, robes snapping, the rest of them left staring after him. Where are you going? No way! You're not thinking of attacking him again, are you? Lord Jaehwan. He goes down onto the stone at Jaehwan's feet. Behind him, nobody moves. As of this moment, I, Yong Yun, Lord of the Thunder God clan, swear complete loyalty to you as Gorgon's castle lord. Jaehwan looks down at him. That's okay, I don't need your loyalty. Even still, sir, I promise to be loyal to you. I'll remain loyal to you even in death, but you're already dead. Anyway, my lord, please accept me as a member of your family. You can make me a captain if you like. Family? What are you talking about? Oh, and I swear not to steal any skill tomes, so please, accept me. Yong Yun once stole the skill tome for Divine Thunderstrike from the Yuan family. But you're the Lord of the Thunder God clan. What about your clan? His hand closes on the stone. My clan? The Thunder God clan no longer exists in chaos. What do you mean, it doesn't exist? Only 7 members are still alive, including me. The Thunder God clan is no more. 1 week ago, Jaehwan comes down through the wrecked hall with the black blade out, and Yong Yun is waiting under it. The whole clan was destroyed. Water finds the chain and runs down it, link by link. Did you just say that the Thunder God clan was destroyed? That's right. When? As I said, a week ago. Dr. Chung-ho takes the brim of his hat between 2 fingers. To summarize then, Around the time that your clan was destroyed, Gorgon Fortress announced that the winner of the one-on-one duels would be chosen as the new castle lord. You figured you had nothing to lose, so you came here with the hope of becoming the next castle lord. But when you finally got here and fought him, you were completely defeated. Your clan was destroyed, and you failed to become the castle lord. You don't have anywhere else to go, so you want us to accept you. Is that it? Exactly. You really don't have any shame, do you? Caiman folds his bandaged arms. By the way, if the Thunder God clan was destroyed a week ago, we should have heard about it by now. Even if we consider the distance between Manticore and Gorgon, 1 week is a long time. Dr. Chongo, you said that the castle lord saved Gorgon, right? Yeah, that's what I said earlier. This kid rescued Gorgon from the Golden Sky clan. Wait, the Golden Sky clan? You mean they were behind the disturbances within the inner castle a week ago? I see. So they were the ones who destroyed your clan. Yong Yun keeps his head down. That's right. And our clan wasn't the only one that was destroyed. 2 banners lie burning on broken ground. Both the 3rd-ranked Black Forest clan and the 1st-ranked Heavenly Dragon clan were defeated by the Golden Sky clan. What? Then what about Manticore Fortress? Them too. A week ago, Manticore was completely conquered by the Golden Sky clan. Now I get it. It would be impossible to keep this a secret for a week, unless they stopped the flow of information at its source, within the fortress itself. That can only mean one thing. After capturing Manticore Fortress, the Golden Sky clan took control of the skill system. A long-haired woman spreads both hands and the light goes purple around them, and blocked all messaging skills. Hold on a minute, I still don't understand. Are you saying that 3 of the 10 clans in Chaos were destroyed in one night by the 10th-ranked Golden Sky clan? That's right. Caiman's fist comes up under his chin. I did hear that the Golden Sky clan was growing in power, but I didn't think that they had become strong enough to conquer all of Manticore in a few years. So the lower the number, the stronger they are? Jaehwan waits for the answer. Yong Yun's jaw sets. You're the castle lord and you just realized that. What? The temperature in the hall drops. 4 grown men go rigid at once. I mean... I'm sorry, I'll explain. Please don't kill me. Jaehwan lets it go. Phew, I'm saved. You're lucky he spared you. Chaos has 4 major fortresses and 10 ruling clans. They're often referred to as the 10 clans of Chaos. But they're not all equal. They're ranked from 1st to 10th. The 1st-ranked clan is the strongest. There's a huge difference between the lowest-ranked clan and the top 3 clans. But now, the 9th-ranked Thunder God clan, the 3rd-ranked Black Forest clan, and the 1st-ranked Heavenly Dragon clan have all been defeated by the 10th-ranked Golden Sky clan, and even Manticore has fallen to them. I have no idea who's helping them, but another group is definitely providing them with support. Jaehwan turns the name over. The Golden Sky clan. At first, you people have the Dream Demon, don't you? I thought they were the ones who had the Dream Demon, but then they tried to take over Gorgon, and even Manticore has fallen to them now. If they're taking over the other fortresses, then they might be after the same thing as me. I wonder whether I'll find... Dream Demon? If I tell you that, it won't matter if you let me go. Because if he finds out, I'll wish I were dead anyway. Who's he? The Dream Demon, and that person he mentioned in Manticore. Water runs off the ceiling and spreads across the floor in a thin sheet. Then a man goes down hard, and what comes off him is red. So we failed to get a guardian horned beast. A folded fan opens. Well, it couldn't be helped, don't you agree? A throne at the top of a gold stair, someone lying across it sideways. Everyone else on the steps is face down and not getting up. Jinhong Lim, Lord of the Golden Sky clan. Hi there, newcomers to Chaos. It's Yong Yun. What are the 10 clans of Chaos, you ask? The 10 main clans in Chaos are known as the 10 clans of Chaos, and they were around even before the first Abyss expedition was established 900 years ago. Each of the 10 clans has its own lord, and directly beneath the lord, there's a vice lord and a head elder. The lords are far stronger than they look. Beside Jaehwan, each could cut down dozens of higher stage adapted players in a breath. You recognize these guys, right? I'm Caiman, lord of the 5th ranked South Sea clan. I'm Hwang Kang, lord of the 8th ranked Fire King clan. And I'm the lord of the 9th ranked Thunder God clan. Don't forget, the lower the number, the stronger the clan. Get ready to see some even more amazing clan lords pretty soon. And don't forget that the Thunder God clan is the best one. You said it was destroyed. Gold arches climb into a dome overhead. Light blooms under them, warm and sudden. 2 masked men in purple stand under the arches, heads down. We dismembered the lord of the Heavenly Dragon clan and locked him in prison, sir. The lord of the Black Forest clan is still putting up a fight. Jinhong Lim draws a purple axe up out of its stand. But it should be over soon. The axe spins up through his fingers, easy as breathing. The axe leaves his hand and crosses the hall. It arrives. Good. Jinhong Lim's teeth close on a red apple, juice running down over his knuckles. Have you captured the lord of the Thunder God clan? Well, not yet. Irk! The younger one folds around the thing that has just gone through him. I'm sorry, sir. He goes down onto the steps and stays there. It doesn't matter. Jinhong Lim's eyes narrow over the ruined apple. Have you figured out where he escaped to? He appears to be in Gorgon. I thought the clan lords would be eager to cooperate after I took over Manticore. He chews, unbothered. Gorgon, huh? One orange eye, wide open now. Isn't that where some fool decided to hold a contest for the title of Castle Lord and is gathering people for an abyss expedition? I can't believe there are still people in Chaos who think like that. We didn't send as many troops there as we did to Manticore, of course. Purple cloaks crouch on the balconies of a cold blue courtyard, waiting. But still, Head Elder Mayhen worked very hard on that attack for a long time. I'm too ashamed to face the Master of Darkness. Screen. Gold floods the hall. Behind the throne a burning image rises, a cloaked figure over a field of bone. What's the new castle lord's name again? Jaehwan? Yes, that's right, sir. You know, he looks kind of familiar. A gold-framed window of light snaps open in front of his face, a single mark burning at its center. What's this? It's a message from the Master of Darkness. Oh, is he asking me to find that product that ran away? He throws a hand up, laughing, the apple still in the other. Damn it, it's their fault for not taking better care of their stuff. Why are they asking us to find him for them? For now, just say we'll keep looking. Yes, sir. Hey, the more I think about it, the less sense this makes. Under the gold light, one of the masked men starts to shake. I mean, he's just some product. How on earth did he manage to kill one of the tower's cultivators during the tutorial game? Blood runs out across the floor from the axe, standing in his chest. Destroy the tower and escape to chaos? His mouth opens too wide, every tooth bared. Blades punch through a masked face, and the man beside him does not turn. Something in gold goes down on the floor of the hall. Does that make any sense to you? Gold light breaks into squares around Jinhong Lim's face. No, sir. That's what I thought. There's no way something like that could ever happen. What should we do about the Lord of the Thunder God clan who escaped to Gorgon, sir? Just let him go. What? But, sir, now that word has gotten out about the new castle lord holding a competition for his title, I hear that the clan lords of the 10 clans are rushing to Gorgon to compete. We would have had to get rid of them anyway for the sake of our plan to unite chaos, so this actually worked out well, because Gorgon will soon be overrun by undead. One orange eye, half-lidded, there is nothing playful left in it. A week ago, there was this incredibly powerful undead energy that burst out of Gorgon Fortress. Red claws of light rake the sky over the distant towers. It must have been Catastrophe, the lone king of chaos. 2 red eyes and a red grin open in the dark. Catastrophe's energy soon disappeared, but incarnation isn't the scariest thing about him. The undead can summon other undead. They're about to find out. He smiles down with every tooth showing. How Catastrophe earned his name. Wind pours down a broken gray stair, a long way from any throne. Someone is backing the Golden Sky Clan. It's probably one of the masters of the Great Realm's 12 zones. Jaehwan stands against a pillar with his arms folded, letting them talk. That's impossible. The masters agreed not to interfere with chaos. A man with pale blue hair and gold at his brow leans forward. But who else would be powerful enough to support one of Chaos's 10 clans? As far as I know, the entire Great Realm is currently at war. Someone could be taking advantage of the situation to meddle in Chaos's affairs. So I was thinking, why don't we try contacting the Regeneration Palace? Caiman's head comes up. You mean that Regeneration Palace? Regeneration Palace, the place where the masters of the Great Realm and the lords of the 5 families are revived, as well as the group that manages all fruit and chaos. But if one of the 12 zones is involved in this, isn't that a violation of the agreement? That's right, the Regeneration Palace stole all the fruit. But at the same time, the masters of the Great Realm and the lords of the 5 families agreed never to interfere with Chaos's business. We should demand an explanation from them, but we don't have any hard evidence yet. A fist closes slowly around a braided rope, and most of all, I don't like the idea of asking them for help. Caiman does not look up when he says it. Besides, what if the Regeneration Palace is in on it too? Beside Hwang Kang, the blue-haired lord swallows hard. The problem is bigger than we thought. What should we do now? Dr. Chung-Hao settles onto the flagstones with one hand spread on the stone. Manticore Fortress has fallen, and 3 of the 10 clans have been conquered. If we proceed with your plan, it could lead to war. It doesn't matter. We'll have to fight them eventually. If I understand correctly, I believe the Castle Lord intends to resign from his position after uniting Chaos and eliminating all potential enemies, because there's no need for a Castle Lord if there's no fortress. Do you really plan to unite Chaos? That's a completely different matter from subjugating the 4 great fortresses and 10 clans. The Regeneration Palace. Somewhere in a red dark, a chained thing of bone lifts its head and screams. Is even more powerful than the 4 great fortresses and 10 clans combined. You're not strong enough to fight them yet. Jaehwan stays where he is, arms folded, saying nothing. There are some things that even the most powerful person in the world can't do by themselves. Light breaks through the hole in the roof and lands across the floor. Spears and swords lean in a rack, taking the light along their edges. It doesn't matter. That's why I have you, old man. Jaehwan stands in the light with his arms folded. The old man sits small on the step below him. Jaehwan looks down, half in sun. There is nothing on his face that looks like doubt. It doesn't matter. Sun falls in bars across the broken stone. Jaehwan against a pillar with his arms folded, and Dr. Chung-Ho small on the step below him. That's why I have you, old man. Jaehwan does not blink. Under the wide black hat, the old man's eyes go white and enormous. As you said, I'm young and inexperienced, but that's not a problem, as long as I have you. Behind him, Caiman and Hwang Kang wait on the floor. I never said I would join you. You're not going to? The old man's mouth works and nothing comes out of it. His throat closes on the answer. I can't believe I feel this way about a 60-year-old amateur. And as for the rest of you, he stands at the far end of the corridor, arms still folded, the others rising in front of him. As you just heard, I'm not simply gathering people for an abyss expedition. First, we're going to unite Chaos, a gold map of 4 fortresses and a tree, and destroy the Regeneration Palace for stealing the fruit 900 years ago. Stained glass burns pink and gold above the smoke. Then we're going on an abyss expedition. Embers drift past his teeth. What I need are faithful companions who will join me on my journey. If you don't feel up to the challenge, you're free to leave. Caiman, Hwang Kang, and Yong Yun stand shoulder to shoulder and say nothing. Caiman looks up at him. What if none of us agrees to help you? Then I'll go by myself. But I thought it was impossible to do this alone. I made it this far. One gold eye catches the dark. By myself. The others glance at each other along the wall. Caiman throws his head back, and Hwang Kang flinches beside him. All right, I'll join you. I'll follow you wherever you go, whether it's the Abyss or the Regeneration Palace. Yong Yun swings an arm across his shoulders. Same here. You and I are already one, my lord. I don't want to be one with anyone. What about you, Hung? The whole hall turns to look at him. Hwang Kang scrubs a hand through his mane. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. I'm the normal one here. Yong Yun and Caiman stare flatly back at him. How can you all agree to something like this without knowing anything about him? And you call yourselves clan lords? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure whether you have what it takes to lead an abyss expedition, my lord. He lifts a scarred hand. The enemies you intend to fight are extremely powerful. I'd like you to prove that you're worthy of leading us. Jaehwan does not move. At the moment, there are 6 clan lords in Gorgon. 3 silhouettes rise out of blue fire, eyes burning white. If you can get the other 3 clan lords who aren't here to acknowledge you as their leader, Hwang Kang's face fills the dark, red eyes on him, then I'll let you lead me as well. All right, Hwang Kang sweats. That's it? But on one condition. A boot comes down on the stone. What is it? He walks out into the middle of the hall, the 4 of them sitting where he left them. If I have to prove myself to you, then you have to prove yourselves to me as well. How? Half his face is in shadow, and he is smiling. A tournament. We'll hold a tournament for the castle lord position. Caiman's eye goes wide, Yong Yun's wider, and you have to make it to the quarterfinals. If you do, then I'll let you join me. I'll save your test for after that. What? Hwang Kang is on his feet, palm down on the boards. Beside him, Caiman only grins. He has a point. Being the lord of one of the 10 clans doesn't necessarily mean we're the strongest warriors in chaos. When will the tournament take place? Well, purple light runs along the corridors of Gorgon, past the tall windows, up to a carved door, and 2 white hands hit it flat. My lord! The doors blow inward, and a man stands in the gap, wreathed in purple fire. His eyes are white and his mustache is crooked, and he holds a sheet of chaos script up over his head. I think it's already started. The notice reads, anyone interested in becoming the next castle lord is welcome to take part in Gorgon's first tournament, and the preliminaries begin today at 6 p.m. Gorgon's towers stand up into a clear sky. Birds turn above the spires. Somewhere inside it, a man in white and gold puts his forehead into his hands. Haha, I'm sure the castle lord knows what he's doing. A long-haired man in red claps a gauntlet down beside him. But what on earth is he thinking? The situation is even worse than before. Warriors from all over Chaos and people wanting to see them fight are pouring into Gorgon. Guards drag a shouting man back from the gate. The outer castle is already packed. They're having a hard time inspecting everyone at the checkpoints. I take it that you don't approve of the castle lord's decision, Mr. Prime Minister. Jurgen Cheever's face stays turned away. This isn't about what I think, it's a matter of principle. But in an emergency, if the majority of the ministers agree on a policy, it can be approved without holding an official meeting, right? And the majority of the ministers agreed on the proposal. Jurgen Cheever leans forward with his hands on the table. The majority, well, that's true, since you 3 are the newly appointed ministers among the 5 cabinet ministers, and you all gave your approval. An auburn-bearded man leans on the wall. Carlton stands stiff and white. The man in red waits below. 3 pairs of eyes, and not one of them looks away. 4 of the 5 cabinet ministers were killed during the Golden Sky Clan incident. Green light cuts the tower apart, and men fall through the rubble, and one of them was badly injured, so we didn't have a proper cabinet. That's when the castle lord appointed his own close associates as ministers. Claire, Minister of Finance, Jahir, Minister of Security, Carlton, Minister of Legislation. So of course every proposal is approved by default. And how on earth can a middle-aged pub owner who's a mere second-stage adapted player act as the Minister of Finance? Claire looks straight back at him. You don't seem to approve of the castle lord's policies, Mr. Prime Minister. But do you have any idea what kind of values those policies are creating? Values? Jurgen Cheever stands small and pale across the room from her. That's right. Are you looking down on me just because I run a pub? No, of course not. He puts a fist to his mustache. Well, it sure looks that way. Where there are people, there's money. Gold rains down around her grin, towers of it behind. And Gorgon is experiencing an unprecedented influx of people coming for the tournament. Do you know where the tournament is being held? Sunlight comes through a tall window onto empty floor. I'm not sure yet. In the northern market of the outer castle, his head comes round. What? You mean, that's right, the area that was completely destroyed during the Golden Sky Clan incident a few days ago. Under the broken rooftops, men haul timber and raise beams against a clean sky. Citizens who lost their businesses in the incident have been working hard to rebuild the area and are helping out with the tournament. He looks down at nothing. I knew about the tournament, but I had no idea that they were helping or that it's going to be held there. The castle suffered a total loss of 12,878,000,000 horns in the Golden Sky Clan incident. One eye shows through her hair. Do you know how much profit we'll earn during the next few days? I'm still looking into that. Her hand comes down flat on the table, and the room goes white behind it. 13,280,000,000 horns, and that's the net profit. She leans across the table, grinning, gold light off every edge. If we factor in other potential profit, there's no telling how much we might earn. Why are you so surprised? Jurgen Cheever's mouth hangs open under the gray mustache. She settles back into the chair. I was responsible for counting money in my previous life, too. I'm not exactly sure. She looks up into the window light. What the castle lord wants to do. I don't know if he really intends to embark on an abyss expedition. A dark figure walks a sunlit wall, leaves turning past him, or if he's going to war against all of chaos. But I know one thing for sure. Jaehwan looks back, and a leaf turns in the light beside his face. Chaos is going to change now. Leaves ride up into an enormous blue sky. The town runs out below him to its towers, and Jaehwan stands over all of it. Light comes down a long way through deep water. Something vast and pale lies under it, bound in vine. Southern chaos, the great sea. Sun breaks white on water that has no shore. Dryad, the southern fortress located there. Dryad, a plant-type guardian horned beast, is a natural fortress consisting of branches and secretions, formed by absorbing water from the Great Sea. Dryad, a pale hand closes on a creeping vine, and the vine flinches. I get the feeling that something bad is going to happen. Isa Lindcroft, Castle Lord of Dryad. The eyes fall shut. Elite-level skill. Clairvoyance. The sight tears off across the water, over the ridges, inland, through the trees. Then it stops. Why are the undead headed towards Gorgon? And that's backward-walking Magritte, one of the 3 great undead. The thing lifts its ruined head. A red eye swells open in the dark and looks straight back up the sight. Blood runs down from the nose. Sigh. I have to tell Gorgon's castle lord. The hand opens, and blue light blows out of it. A blue bird breaks off the branch and drives out over the shallows. Behind it, pale-bound shapes stand waist-deep in the water and do not move. Gorgon's northern market. Wind drags through a raw white arena where a quarter of the city used to stand. Tier on tier of packed seats close around one small stage. It's only been 3 days and we're already down to 16 people. This is all happening too quickly. Mugek Shin, Lord of the Infinite Clan. This is all because of Hwang Kang. He shouldn't have gone around shooting flames and boasting that he would kill everyone back in the preliminaries. Long time no see, Chung-ho. Likewise, Muguk. The old man's eye snaps wide. Light comes off the man behind him, gold going green. It looks like you've grown since I last saw you. The same goes for you. Then fire tears the ground open across the arena. You surprised me, Muguk. You love fighting, and yet you didn't take part in the tournament. Down on the floor, fire wheels around Hwang Kang and a dark-caped opponent. I like sparring, not dogfights like that. Hehe, Wang would probably start blasting flames again if he heard you say that. Hwang Kang's arm comes around with the whole arena behind it. Fire climbs the far wall in a sheet. Stone and flame blow outward across the floor. Did I hit him? High over the smoke, a black shape hangs against the sun. It comes down close enough to fill the sky, gray cloth snapping, sparks going up past it. A woman in a gold cape drops out of the light with her sword held low. Hwang Kang is small underneath her, and the point is already falling. The floor breaks apart under the impact. Dust rolls out and swallows the stage. The woman in the gold cape stands over Hwang Kang, her blade sunk in the stone beside him. Wow, Hwang lost! The magic technique that woman used is very familiar. Could it be what I think it is? That's right, it's one of his skills. The azure phantom steps of Hoyu, the master of steel. Behind the woman in the gold cape, a gray giant of a man rises out of the dark. What's one of Hoyu's warriors doing here? I have no idea, but what I do know is that the masters taking part in this tournament are up to something. That concludes round 16, and now the long-awaited quarterfinals will begin. They're moving on to the quarterfinals right away. Isn't that a bit too soon? The castle lord is an impatient man. An armored boot sets down on the pale stone of the stage. It's finally the lord of the forest school clan's turn. Nice, finally. A white feather fan sweeps open. We're going to see Chaos's greatest warrior in action. Jaehwan, lord of the forest school clan, stands on the floor under the hanging banners. Far below, Jaehwan comes around to face the stands. He finds Chungho in them and smiles at him. That arrogant prick. What kind of greeting is that? I'll have to teach him a lesson later. Go easy on him. He's only 400 years old. You're right. Besides, someone else is about to teach him a lesson for me anyway. A hand closes on a black hilt. Jaehwan walks out across the stone with the black sword down at his side. Jaehwan waits at the far end with the fan open. I've heard about your plan, Castle Lord, but it's too bold. Jaehwan says nothing at all. So that's the new Castle Lord. That's right. One white feather lies driven into the stage between them, longer than either man. Neither of them has moved. I wonder if he can beat Jaehwan. Strange. He gives off a similar energy to you. Is he your student? My student? The black scabbard comes around in one flat arc. It lands. The stands come up off their seats. Shin's face goes still, and at the rail Jurgen Cheever and Claire sit forward beside the announcer. Jaehwan's head snaps back, his mouth wide, broken stone going past him. He lands in the middle of the floor and the stone opens in a ring around him. Jaehwan stands where he swung. Jaehwan straightens, sparks going up gold around him. What do you think? How could a beast like that possibly be my student? Jaehwan comes on through the light without hurrying. It's Jurgen's turn to explain something. What are the 4 great fortresses of chaos? There are 4 great fortresses in chaos. Gorgon in the north, Garuda in the west, Dryad in the south, Manticore in the east. The fortresses were created to protect spirits from the undead, and that is also why they have such high walls. So whenever there is an undead outbreak, eliminating the undead is their top priority. Jahir even tried to kill Carlton when he almost turned into an undead. I was just doing my duty. Each fortress has a castle lord who represents it, and the castle lords each have a different tattoo and guardian horned beast, an anti-undead weapon held inside the tattoo. Dryad is unique in that it was created using a dryad, a plant-type guardian horned beast. A wall of the northern market gives way, dust rolling off the break. My opponent for the quarterfinals wasn't listed in the matchups. A hand opens flat in the dirt, fingers spread for purchase. Later on, when I found out that I would be fighting the Castle Lord, I was actually glad. Because the reason why I decided to participate in this silly tournament was to give the Castle Lord a word of advice. There have been people like him in the past, people who gave others hope and made them wish for a life that's already gone. But that unfulfilled hope always turned into even greater despair. That's why I came here, to crush that hope before that could happen. Just as I've done for the last 400 years. I can't admit defeat here. I refuse to. Do you think you beat me? Because admitting defeat would be like throwing away the last 400 years of my life. Jaehwan turns, unmarked, and does not understand the question. You only said that I had to fight you one-on-one. Across the courtyard, Jaehwan stands small in an archway. You never said how exactly we have to fight. The terms Jaehwan set. If anyone can beat me in a one-on-one fight, then they can be the Castle Lord. So? I would like to fight you, using strategy. Jaehwan lifts his head, blood in his beard. It's only fair if you let me choose how we should fight. This is pathetic, Myung Jae-gul. The stands turn on him. Just admit that you lost. I knew he'd do this. A battle of strategy? That'll be harder to pick a winner. He's probably referring to that game that those military goons love. Fine. What kind of strategic battle did you have in mind? Across the broken courtyard, Myung Jae-gul is already back on his feet. I take it this means that you've accepted my proposal. The ground starts to move. Jaehwan's eyes track sideways. Blue crystal shoulders up out of the stone, and green sweeps in over it. The courtyard is gone from under his boots. A whole country lies out beneath him. Rivers, ruins, crystal outcrops, and a little walled castle. Jaehwan stands over it with the sword still in his hand. A window opens and reads, "Welcome to the world of strategic battle formation." What's this? It offers him a menu of controls and rules, yes or no. It's called battle formation. It's basically a type of game. I heard that Mars, one of the 13 experts, created the game based on a certain peripheral world. The strategists of the Great Realm enjoy it as well. Myung Jae-gul smiles for the first time, and he happens to be the best player at this game in Chaos. Would you like a bit more time, since you're a beginner? No, that's okay. The game is simpler than I thought. Jaehan's mouth tilts. It's based on a certain peripheral world, huh? The main concept is that there are 3 races at war. 3 commanders loom over the board: a red-horned thing, a helmed man with burning white eyes, a gray beast with violet eyes. You gather resources and build an army in real time. And you have to destroy all your opponent's buildings in order to win. I already know a game with the exact same system as this one. I'm sure it's the same one as that game on Earth, the peripheral world that he's likely referring to. Everyone on Earth knows the game. He has probably played it tens of thousands of times. A boy in a school vest, headset on, hunched at a screen in the dark. What the hell is wrong with these dream demons? Haven't they ever heard of plagiarism? Is it okay if we play this map? A window answers for him. Myung Jae-gul has selected the Lost Garden as the game battlefield. That's fine with me. A card lights beside him, a horned, skull-helmed warrior with a great sword planted in the ground. Jaehwan, human race. Across from it, an antlered black shape with a lit eye and a jaw of teeth. Myung Jae-gul, undead race. He chose humans, but they're the weakest among the 3 races. Looks like he's a beginner after all. My chosen race, the undead, gets stronger as the game progresses. I could easily beat him early on in the game. First, I'll get my workers to build my base and create an army. Then, I'll simply overwhelm him. A blue blade comes through the red thing's ribs before it has finished turning. More of them come over the rise, blades already out. The line breaks and the red things go down in a wash of blue light. Wait a minute. You're already attacking? He is a small white figure now, arms flung wide across the field. And you're using your farmers to attack? What the hell? When did he build 3 watchtowers in my base? It's like he's in his own base. Up on one of the towers, a hooded archer draws. The arrows come down in strings, and the red bodies fold under them. They're attacking from the watchtowers, but those are supposed to be defensive structures. What on earth? If I try to destroy the towers, the farmers will stop me because they have a lot of health. At the same time, I can't just sit back and do nothing, so I'm trying to stop them, but there's nothing I can do. I can't harvest any more resources or build anything. What kind of strategy is this? Jaehwan keeps his arms folded. This strategy is already pretty common in Korea, and people absolutely hate it when players use it. The stands come up roaring, a boy in green punching the air, the women beside him laughing. Under the black hat, Dr. Chung-ho does not move, and Muguk Shin watches over his shoulder. But there's no way that a beginner would know this strategy. This is so unfair. You're not supposed to attack each other for the first 10 minutes of the game. That's just basic courtesy. Courtesy? You're supposed to build things and gather resources for the first 10 minutes. Is that in the rules? Nothing comes back but a sound. If not, then it doesn't matter. Myung Jae-gul's knees go. He kneels in his own ruined base while the blue light burns through it. Who on earth is this guy? Common sense and logic simply don't apply to him. He's beyond anything I've ever known. No matter what I do, there's no way to overcome my own limitations. I can't beat him. Jaehwan stands there with his arms folded and waits. Actually, something just occurred to me. Perhaps this is the moment I've been waiting for the last 400 years. He puts his head to the stone in front of the whole fortress. I admit defeat.